So this is Style and Give's weekly podcast with Rachel Kimball and co-host Tara Coughlin.
Hello.
So we're coming at you today with the latest fashions, ideas, news, style updates, life's challenges, life's wins, our giving hearts, right? A whole lot of laughter, and of course, our positive vibes, right?
A lot of fun. We are going to talk a lot.
I know. I can't
Get personal. Have fun.
Let's do it, right?
All of it.
Right now, we even got rosé. Do we want to cheers before? I mean,
Cheers.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
To 2023. I can't even believe it. I better drink. Tara, you almost put that down, didn't you? Okay, so this is our first podcast. Don't worry, it's going to get a lot better. It's going to be fantastic today, but it's probably going to get a lot better. I know you probably want to know a little bit about our background.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll start first. You want me to start first here?
Go for it.
Okay. So I've worked in luxury markets. I was a stylist, a fashion blogger, and now I own a company called Style and Give. I'll go into that a little bit later. That's the gist of it. I'm not going to keep it. Let's shorten it. I'm going to shorten it. You can speak a lot longer than me, Tara. Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
Well, I am Tara Coughlin Styling, and I do closet editing, personal styling, all the organizational needs that you could ever think about. So,
and she's fantastic.
Thank you.
I know. I feel like we're having lunch, but we're not having lunch, right? Next time we'll need to bring
This is
food.
our lunch.
I know. Well, we are having a little bit of, we're drinking our lunch. Yeah, exactly. So that's wonderful. So I'll just talk, I guess, a little bit about Style and Give, and then you can talk a little bit more, about how people can find you. But Style and Give is basically the first luxury resale marketplace that supports the seller's charity. So 5% of the final sale price of every item goes to the seller's charity of choice. And then the seller can choose to donate up to 100% of their commission to their charity. So if you're interested in checking us out, it's at www.styleandgive.com. And we've got some great stuff on there. I'm blogging. I'm having fun. So go to stories. I'm there. Yeah,
I found some awesome stuff already. So
thank you, Tara.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're constantly looking. I know it's fun when we get new things in and we get things on. We've got a ton of stuff coming in next week. So yeah, we're really excited.
One of a kind. So if you're looking for some,
thank you, Terry.
One of a kind.
That's
designer pieces.
I like it. So tell me more about your site, where people can find you.
Yes, so you can find me at taracoghlinstyling.com or my social, which is the same on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff.
I love it. You'll love it. Her site's beautiful. I just love your site, and I love your reels, what you're doing with your stories on Instagram. It's always fun. I do enjoy what you do on there. You're doing a good job. I like it.
Well, I had to have a rebrand. I had to have a facelift.
Everybody does,
so
right?
It's a thing. Had a really awesome gal help me out. So
well, good. We'll plug her next time. Don't worry. So I guess, we're going to be here every single week, which you're in luck, and we're going to be tackling a lot of topics. Some of the topics that we're thinking of this year are definitely fashion in 2023. What are the styles, the trends? What are the colors that are in that everybody wants to be wearing? And then also we're going to talk about getting spring break ready. What else do we come up with?
I'll tackle all the packing problems that you guys have.
And there's going to be a lot. Even if you're not going anywhere, you should know how, just learning how to pack for a trip
definitely
is huge. I know that because I bring one of those actual weighers. That was a gift from someone that I weigh my bags with, right? like it cannot be over 50 pounds, which is hilarious. So yes, we need to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about, get a jump on Valentine's Day. We have, gift giving, you can give some love advice, right? You got so much.
Because I have the best advice.
Tara does just blowing some stuff down and helping me out. That's what I need. And then of course we're going to talk about the Super Bowl fashion, what to wear to Super Bowls. And then we've got the Oscars coming up. But today we're going to talk about the Golden Globes. What happened on Sunday? And that's what we're going to get into. Okay. Because I know you're like, okay, enough of the intro. Enough. We're done. Okay. Well, guess what? We're done. We're going to talk about, let's get into it. So how did you enjoy the Golden Globes? Let's just start. Do we want to start with Jerrod Carmichael? Do we want to start with the host? And talk
why
about
not? I mean, he was kind of the star of the show, I guess, a little bit. I was so confused on who he was. So
Yeah, Tara. So
Who is this
basically,
guy?
he's done a bunch of HBO specials, and he did a Saturday Night Live. He was on Saturday Night Live and did like this amazing intro that was I loved. It was really really funny. I thought I thought it was really real.
I thought it was real,
Which
yeah.
I
mean, I
enjoyed.
felt like he interacted well with the crowd. They liked him.
I do too. I think they.
I mean,
he was constantly trying to settle everybody down, which he probably didn't realize that it was going to be that hard and that room was going to be so loud,
Right.
But I think he spent a lot of the time doing that. But I did, I thought he was. First of all, his fashion. I want to talk about him. His fashion was off the charts. I loved it. I loved it. I loved that he started with that velvet suit. I mean, he had 6 changes. I think he had 6 changes. I mean, I kind of like put together my thing with him. I loved that he did the light pink suit with the salmon pants. But I do have to tell you, my favorite one was the white when he had like it was kind of like an iridescent see-through, mesh, like turtleneck with the pearls. Yeah, which you'd think that it was coming at you very feminine, but it didn't.
No, I thought it was awesome.
I did too. I felt like
the white.
I felt like
my favorite color was white, so this was my jam.
I thought he really, first of all, he carries himself so well, right? And he's funny, and because he's a comedian. But I really thought that they used a lot of brooches, his necklaces. I mean, I hadn't seen a host dress that well in a very long time.
I agree.
Right?
Well, it's different. I mean, they're always dialed in, but this guy took it out of the box of just with the white, with the satin. I mean,
I know. I
kind
thought
of
the
brought
same
it
thing.
to. I mean, that's what they kind of needed, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that he was wearing all different brands. It wasn't one brand, right? So I thought that was interesting. I loved the vest. I loved the vest with the pearls. That vest reminded me of Ana de Armas's dress, which was like look at this. I'm just going to show you. You're going to hear papers rustling. Okay, that's just me. That's how I work. So no, look at that. I mean, it's right. So interesting because
the design is very similar.
I thought maybe they're the same designer, but they're not because she wore custom Louis Vuitton. And at first, I thought that they were made of pearls. I really did. I thought they were, and I thought, oh, how elegant, right? Because she paid Marilyn. But then when it got up even closer, it was rhinestones, and I thought, oh, the pictures didn't take that way, which I thought was really, really interesting to me that wasn't, that they were actually, not pearls.
No,
I don't know. Do we want to jump in? So, okay, enough about Gerard. Even though I thought he did a great job, I loved his fashion, and I think he was refreshing. I think, I loved that he was raw. He was raw. He talked about his salary. He talked about the issues that the Hollywood Foreign Press have been having, and he was very open about it. And I think that that's what people, they hired the right person.
Right. Well, people want to hear raw.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was great. I really did like him. Now let's talk about. You want to start with females? We're talking about women first.
Let's do it.
Okay, so who was your favorite?
I mean, Michelle Williams.
You loved it.
My favorite.
I felt like Gucci really ran. I mean, they just really ran with it. I mean, I know Alessandro, Michelle, you're gone. I love you. I miss you. Come back. But but I did think, I mean,
that dress is amazing.
Right, and she's styled by Kate Young, and I believe Kate Young styled 3 of the many, many, many women that were there. I know that she styled Selena Gomez. So Selena Gomez had, the Valentino dress. And then she also did Margot Robbie, who was in Chanel.
Okay, so that's my number 2.
So so Kate, and I love Kate Young. I think she does some amazing things. Obviously, she's a huge Hollywood A-list stylist. But I mean, I really did think that Michelle Williams looked beautiful. I loved the color of it and how it kind of blended into her skin tone.
Right. And her hair.
Oh God, yes.
And she kind of was monochromatic the whole way down, which can be good or bad, but she nailed it.
Well, to have a little volume in it and have it flow and still have it kind of be the same color your skin, it was really beautiful. I thought she looked great. Okay, so did you like Ana de Armas's look from Louis Vuitton? It was custom.
I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, but I think it's beautiful, and it's
right.
The structure was nice, and I mean, she can pull it off, and
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
thought it was.
I thought her hair was beautiful. It was the
Mhm.
shiniest hair next to Michelle Yeoh. You know, like I felt like her hair was so shiny. I was like, whoa,
What is
that's some
that?
gorgeous. I don't know if that
Yeah.
Dyson dryer did that up or what happened, but like it was so shiny and beautiful. I really did. I thought she looked beautiful. Would be a dress that I would pick for myself. No, I don't think so.
No, but
But yeah.
that's what the globes are for.
And then Claire Danes. Okay, so I got a lot of my friends saying they love this look, but I didn't put it as my top, and I didn't really, you know, she's, and I couldn't tell she was pregnant in this picture,
Yeah, she's pregnant.
but or in the whole evening until someone pointed it out. But I thought, you know, I thought the dress was unique, and nobody had anything like it on, but it wasn't my favorite.
It was a little fluffy, a little rosette-ish. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think she had cardio jewelry on, and I mean, it was okay. I the fur at the bottom, the feathers. It was feathers at the bottom,
yeah.
right, and
Not my favorite.
yeah. And Giambattista Valle, that was her dress maker, and I don't know. I just wasn't. Her hair was sleek. I liked that it was back on one side, but just not my favorite. I'll tell you, I loved Letitia Wright's custom Prada.
Yeah, that's
so with the orange and the burnt, and then I hadn't noticed that it had a jagged slit, which I didn't notice until I had pulled it up and zoomed in. This is a dress I would wear because it looks comfortable,
too.
right?
I mean,
it looks so comfortable, right? And it's dyed, and I really liked it. Like that was comfort to me,
right?
And I feel like she was elegant. I loved the little pop of that burnt orange heel that came out. I really thought it was beautiful. Did you agree with that? That's one of my favorites.
Skin tone with that burnt orange is awesome.
And it was her hair. Her bone structure, everything just was perfection on her. I mean, that could be one of my top. I don't know. I'm just trending. I'm going to put a star next to it. I think that's definitely it. I want to talk about Quinta Brunson. I love this girl. I love this girl. I love her. I know she wore Kristen Siriano, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was rough for her to get around in.
It was.
Okay, because I saw her, it was falling down a little. I know she and this is the thing about dresses, is that it fit her, but I think she was worried she was going to fall out of it. Right? You kind of saw her pulling it up.
You did see her pulling it up.
But I think, she's just got a killer personality, and I'm so glad that she won for Abbott Elementary. But I just think, for her, it was stunning, but it was hard to get up on stage. It was like when Jennifer Lawrence had that one fall when she was trying to get up.
Oh gosh, yes.
The minute she stood up and I knew how far she had to walk, I thought, oh gosh, this is gonna be a little difficult.
Have a conversation with Brad Pitt up there too.
Oh, I would have too, right? I love him.
Asking her something about it. I'm like, what? Yeah, so.
Well, I mean, it was hard because they put him right up front, right? I mean, I would just be like, and I accept this award. And it's just so hard, and they did that on purpose. They had to have, right? I mean, why not? He looked fantastic.
Okay, should we just talk about him for a second?
Let's just get off topic. We're gonna go back, but we got to talk about Brad Pitt. So what do you think?
His hair.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just juicy. I don't know. I mean, yeah. What did you think about him?
Hard not to look at.
I know.
Right? I think that's what you're scanning the audience. You're looking to see all the celebrities, and then you've got like him and that smile. I don't know if they gave him a little bit of a tan. Kind of looked like they did, but everything, he just looked fantastic and happy. He looked happy. And when it's lovely to see when they're panning in the audience that people are actually smiling. Because you used to see people not smiling, but he looked happy the whole evening.
Awesome. So is it because he's dating his Margot Robbie or what?
I don't know. Well, I had heard that he was with Inez de, what is her name? Ramirez, or don't quote me on this. I know her first name is Inez, and she's gorgeous, and she's a model. Gorgeous. Okay, that's what I know.
Maybe I'm hoping for her.
But yeah, no, and she's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I know Margot Robbie and him would be pretty. That would be amazing. I know, and then Kate Young could style them both. But I mean, I feel like he's got a great stylist because I thought he looked fabulous. I really did. I was very, very impressed. Okay, so we're gonna get off. We're gonna get off Brad Pitt for a hot
That's fine,
minute,
yes.
and moving on. Okay, what did you think? So other Gucci gowns that I thought were really great. I mean, I thought Daisy Edgar Jones in Gucci was beautiful. I loved the corset. I loved that it gave a layered look at the bottom. I just thought it really pulled her in. I loved her bang, how it was like a little bang on one each side. I thought that was really great. Salma, it wasn't my favorite dress. I felt like, I don't know why, I felt like it looked like a period piece kind of dress, like something that I would see in like, and I don't know, like in the movies for a thing. I just wasn't in love with it. Granted, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's stunning. I mean, her body's amazing.
She's amazing. I thought it washed her out.
That's, Tara, you called it. I do. I think that you're right on that. You're right. You're right. Okay, so Jessica Chastain.
I mean, amazing.
I know. Spider web gown by Oscar de la Renta.
Just the dress alone, being on Nobody is, I mean, wow.
I know. And so she's styled by Elizabeth Stewart, and Elizabeth, I guess, had come out at like noon that day and said that they had to completely like redo the dress because it wasn't fitting right. And then there was a mask. There was originally like a mask that was supposed to go over her face, which they did take a picture of and send. And it looked like a piece of jewelry, right? I mean, it was more definitely. Like it was jeweled out, but I'm glad that she went for more of a natural look. I thought her hair was beautiful. I mean, she looked like a movie star because she is a movie star, right? But she really, really looked like one, and she was just so pretty. And okay, moving. I don't know if you're gonna like this look or not like this look, because I think it got, it was like a 50-50 for most people, and that's Anya Taylor-Joy's in Dior. It was the yellow. Now, yellow is my favorite color. Okay. And I don't know if that was what, it was a 2-piece. Her body's amazing, right? It showed a little skin. I found it interesting that it didn't wrinkle. Like I didn't see a wrinkle.
I did not see a wrinkle.
So to me, I was like, this is pretty amazing. She could have been like seriously laying down in the back of a, like that's sometimes how they have to go, right? They don't want to have, so they lay it on the back of a limo. But I thought the color was pretty on her. Her hair was, like she had it was
I like the sleek vibe that she's going with the hair and the 2-piece.
Yeah.
I think it works. I think the color's amazing. The 2-piece it works on her body. I mean, so all this crop stuff is everywhere right now anyways. So
yeah, it wasn't a cutout, it was a crop. But yeah, I thought it was really, really pretty. In the back, you can't see it in this picture, but in the back it had like a bit of a crisscross and like it looked like a bow, but it was deconstructed. I thought it was really cool. And then Julie Garner, of course, in Gucci, was like a pale pink. Wasn't my favorite Gucci.
I love the top. I don't love the bottom.
Yeah, the 3 tiers.
Yeah, I didn't love how elongated
it did look really nice. The bust line looked really great with her, and I think there were beads that went around the shoulders that just kind of added to it, but it wasn't, that wasn't my favorite. I think Michelle Williams just took it with Gucci.
Hands down.
And I think Letitia did an amazing, I just love that orange silk with the slit, with her skin tone. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And then Selena, what are you going to say? Selena, I love you, Selena. I love you.
I love the color. Okay. I love the fabrics. Yes. I didn't love how exaggerated the sides were.
Yes.
And maybe that's where I am confused.
I felt like when she turned sideways and they took a picture of her, I fell in love with the dress. I loved the color of the sleeves. They were absolutely, this picture obviously I have in front of me is not doing it justice. It was so rich, that color, right? And I thought, and I loved that it had a U. I loved that U in the front. I thought that was really sexy, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it looking forward at it. But when she turned and they had some pictures, I thought, oh, that's beautiful. So I don't know. I think Selena's absolutely gorgeous. She did like a plum eye shadow with it. I'm sure from Rare Beauty. I'm sure she did.
Her hair was nice. And slicked back. I felt like she held her stomach a lot throughout the night. Did you notice that?
And maybe it was the sleeves. I don't know where because I kept thinking
like this a lot.
She did do that. I just didn't know if like you have those huge sleeves, if you put them down, if they fall. Yeah, I don't know.
It was weird.
And maybe the dress sometimes those sleeves won't even, it's holding you there. I wonder if those sleeves were kind of holding her
in position.
You know,
well,
Valentino dress, and again, styled by Kate Young. Love Kate Young. Rihanna. I mean, is there anything on it?
I mean, I love her no matter what. I didn't love her hair choice. I didn't love the little
the swoop, the little swoop on the side. Yeah, I mean, I thought the cape was amazing. I thought, you know, yeah, she had some amazing things.
Did you notice that they were plugging her a lot for the Super Bowl?
Yes, yes, and I believe that,
which is fine.
And they put her right up front. Was she at Brad Pitt's table? She might have been at Brad Pitt's table. I think she might have been.
I didn't notice where she was sitting, but I noticed her husband.
Yeah, and I know she had her Cartier jewels were amazing. I did look that up because I was like, what does she have on here? You know, and you know, I was. It wasn't a like that's her best look, but I thought she looked beautiful.
I thought she looks great. You know, we haven't seen her since she's had her baby. Is that right?
No. Well, I think she's done some I mean, obviously she's done some stuff with, you know, Fenty, you know, she's done some ad campaigns, I think, but not really dressed up.
Right.
Which I think I'm interested to see what the Super Bowl fashion is going to be for her, because she can bring it. That girl can bring it. I can't wait.
Be dressed or not dressed?
I know, and I love that comment that like Gerard said. Remember, Gerard was like, "Girl, you can take your time. You just take your time on that album. Don't let anybody tell you, you know, you need to rush it." I thought that was funny. And then Michelle Yeoh in Armani Privé. I mean, I got to tell you,
one or the other. Like, is it?
It's okay. So I feel like, yeah, it had a. I thought her hair added a nice element to it. I thought that she carried herself well in the dress. It wasn't my ultimate favorite, but I think when I got a closer look up at it and you saw the detail of it and the sequence and everything, I was like, oh, that is really a pretty rich navy, you know.
Right.
And I mean,
it was awesome. I just don't love the tulip vibe. I don't know.
Right.
Not
the double layer.
I don't love it.
I get that. I thought Viola Davis looked amazing. She wore Jason Wu. That color was electrifying. It was just so beautiful. And at the bottom, they did that fade of dark, and it didn't fade lighter. It faded darker, and it looked like it had been just like dipped.
Oh, good.
You know, like in a darker color. I thought that was gorgeous. We've talked a little bit about Margot Robbie too. I mean, obviously Chanel took 750 hours to make that dress.
I mean,
over 30.
Where is that dress going to go after this?
I have no idea. In a museum, probably. 30,000 beads, feathers, and sequins in that thing. I mean, I was like, are you kidding me? It was a lot. It was a lot. And I want to talk about Jenna Ortega. I mean, I just do. Okay. Of course, she wore Gucci. I loved the color of the dress. I loved the cutout. I thought it went well. Obviously, with, you know, her character Wednesday, it was like almost something Wednesday would wear if it was like black. You know, like I would
own that dress in my closet.
I thought it was
something
gorgeous.
I would wear.
I could see that, Tara. And I thought
I love that
the styling of the necklaces, the 3 choker necklaces from Tiffany. I don't think it got any better than that. I was like, this is absolutely gorgeous. And I really, really, really loved it. I love her hair. Let's talk about. Oh, I knew you were going to bring it.
Her hair.
Okay,
I think I need that haircut.
You know what? Let's do it. I mean, I know I can't. I don't think I could pull up the dark, but I do love the side.
I love the swoop. I love the.
I do too. Sorry, I gotta get. I'm gonna have to drink. I'm gonna have a quick drink here, but I agree. And she lightened it up. I think it took her. Oh my gosh! You know what? The doll eye with the little. Okay, so what she did? Hold on, let me take a drink. Oh, this rosé is really good. Okay, so what I heard she did was that she specifically used white eyeliner in specific places. Okay, to make her eyes look doll-like. And it's going to be a TikTok trend. Get on TikTok right now.
I have to do this
because
I'm going to get the white eyeliner.
Because and that's, and you know, one of your best friends, Rachel Zoe, wrote a whole article on that. I read that last night, late night when I couldn't sleep. So yeah, they had mentioned that. I thought that was really, really, really amazing. I thought, yeah, you're right.
Next time you see me and I look like a doll,
I'll be like, hey girl, I'm like Jenna, because you'll have her hair too, right? Okay, let's talk about Natasha Lyonne real quick. She wore Givenchy. The red hair, first of all, thank goodness she ended the night because she was hilarious when she got up there and was like, "This is going to be. It's going to take a minute." So I want to tell you about, she just kept going on and on and on, and I just loved her segment. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know about. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't like the clunky boot with it, but I absolutely love her as an actress. So I just don't know.
To me, it's very
right. It was the shoulders.
I mean,
it was the shoulders, and maybe like
you got the blunt bang with the blunt cut with the everything is very
everything was
stiff.
Very. That is so true, Tara. That's not even how I looked at it, but now that I'm looking at it now, that's exactly the way it is.
Yeah, there's no.
Let's talk about men.
Hello.
Let's get a little bit into men. I know we're going to do it. So I personally thought Saint Laurent did an amazing job with some of the looks. Okay. They did Percy Haynes white.
Mm-hmm.
He had, it was almost cape-like. And then they had like a system. This is what I'm calling it, a system, where the belts that they used were gold and different shapes. And it wasn't just Percy that had it on. There was another actor too that I saw that I really, really liked. It was gorgeous. I do think that, again, Austin Butler, Gucci, Austin, but I mean, that
amazing. I mean,
I really want him to marry.
He could wear nothing, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. Kaya, he's dating like Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Oh, Kaya Gerber. Okay.
I mean, she's gorgeous, right? I mean, I can't even tell the two apart. I mean, they're really like, I think that's the best couple ever. Anyway, yes, I thought he looked fabulous. I thought he deserved to win. What an amazing performance. If you haven't seen Elvis, you need to see him in it because he's great. And then seriously, I believe Jeremy Pope with the leather Dolce & Gabbana.
I loved it.
Killed it.
I loved it. I mean, not everybody can pull off the leather, especially a man.
No.
And he's got the legs, he's got the torso, he's got the whole vibe.
I mean, he just looked absolutely beautiful. I mean, he's super handsome, but I loved the chain with it. I loved the boot with it. And I love how they tied in, the boot had some metal, almost kind of like this chair, like some metal, grommets on it. And it just looked really, really cool. I loved it. Donald Glover, Saint Laurent, he had kind of the white silky, outfit. It was kind of like a long shirt, cardigan vest. I don't know how to put it. Pants. And then he had an amazing jacket, right? Yeah. And that was black. And then he had these two little dainty chains. And when he stands up, you're like, I don't know about that. But when he was sitting down, leaning over, and that little, just those little chains kind of came out, that little peekaboo, he looked so great. And it looked, I mean, it was just, I thought it looked
polished.
He did.
Very,
he did.
Cool.
He did. Let's talk about Billy Porter.
Okay. I thought he looked awesome.
As always.
I mean, the color was amazing. Nobody else can pull that look off like he can. So,
yeah,
I
well, and awesome. He had worn this in 2019, like the same one. Like Kristen Siriano made it again in black, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody just was like, "Whoa, wow!" And then he wore it. He wore it again, for his friends. And I think definitely. I mean, the pink was just gorgeous. He awesome. Really did carry himself well. And obviously he always does. He just,
the way he's sad throughout the night, I have to say.
Yeah, I think, and I do think he was emotional. I think it was emotional for him to, like, the whole thing. I don't know. I think he was holding back some tears. I really do. I know that I don't know if that's true, but I really do think that that's what I was feeling like. But overall, I mean, I thought it went, I'm ready for the Oscars. That's really what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
That's going to be where we are having some fun with a lot of the fashion. I didn't see a lot of people that I expected to see, so that's where
I know
a little let down on it, but it's okay. Hey, at least they had it.
I'm glad that they had it. I'm glad that I do think a Gucci showed up as usual. Gucci showed up. I was impressed, but I do think. I just think my favorite, I'm going to say my favorite is Letitia Wright. I'm just going to have to say it.
You love her. You love that dress.
I mean, in that Prada dress. I can't get over it. I want it. I want it.
If I can find that in someone's closet.
You just call me when you get that in. But yes, I definitely think I definitely want that dress. I do. And so we will be, don't worry, guys, we're going to be covering
We are.
the 95th Academy Awards. I cannot believe it. They are on March 12th. So don't worry, we're going to cover them. You're going to hear all about that. And, what else do we want to cover? Are we going to end it right there? Are we going to say this is about it? Are we going to see you guys next week? We will.
This has been great.
This
I love
has been fun. I
recapping.
know.
I mean, this is a good recap of the show and great introduction. And
yeah, I'll do the
Ball
closing. So as we leave, we want you to take on the world. We hope that this podcast has helped you in some way open your mind to some new ideas, help generate your creativity. That's what we're here for. And encourage you to call your friends, talk about fashion, talk about their lives. And ultimately, hopefully we added a little bit of happiness into your day. Again, we thank you for tuning into Style and Give's weekly podcast with Rachel and
Tara,
where we'll be coming at you weekly with the latest fashion, styles, ideas, news, updates, life's challenges, life's wins.
There's
right?
a lot of wins.
Heart giving hearts, wins, a whole lot of laughter, and of course, positive vibes. And remember, if you need to get styled, you need a closet edit, or you just want to go shopping, please check out Tara at
TaraCoglinStyling.com.
And if you're in circular fashion needs, please check my store out at styleandgive.com. And, check out our podcast next week. We're going to discuss vision boards. We're going to discuss setting goals in 2023. And I'm sure you've done them. Or if you haven't, you can do it now. There's time and a whole lot more. So join us for Fashion Talk, Life as We Know It. Obviously, hilarious commentating. We're killing it, right?
We're funny. And we're real.
That's we are. That's the truth. Oh my gosh. And of course, a high dose of positivity. We're here to be positive. As we leave you today, remember, we are all one.
And we all have a story.
And we all just really want to connect. So we'll see you next week.
See you then.